Hey everybody, welcome back to another Judgment commentary of Jujutsu Kaisen, but today we're going to be checking out episode 24 here in the new office setup. It's basically the same as the old office setup, just flipped around a bit. Plus I've got the side desk back, so that's pretty cool. But anyway, last time in episode 23, the gang ended up getting separated, with Megumi having to stay behind to play whack-a-mole, while Kugisaki and Itadori went after this other dude who pulled Kugisaki through this weird shadow portal thing. Turns out that guy was a bit of a fancy pants type character. You know the kind that I've seen all throughout my journeys through anime. He's one of those guys, but he's just this dude who's wearing like overalls, and he's got a face on his back, and apparently he has some kind of move involving wasps, and I guess blood. I think I saw a bit of blood there too. Wouldn't be surprising, the other guy also spat out blood, and he said that that guy was his brother, so it wouldn't be too much of a shock if they had similar moves. But meanwhile, Megumi was having the fight of his life against the special grade, but not just any special grade. This was a special grade born from one of Sukuna's fingers. Yeah, turns out that's why those other monsters were here. They were trying to get the finger, but now Megumi had to face this thing single-handedly, and last time they tried to fight one of these, they got wrecked, and he said that this thing was even stronger than the one that they had fought before, so it would seem as though he was going to be screwed, right? Nope, because Megumi, all he had to do was go all out, and he won. Easily. He just used his domain expansion, and then he took him for a ride. Seriously, Megumi, oh man, he had fun doing that. I mean, the looks on his face throughout that entire ordeal were just exquisite, you know? It wasn't often in his life that he went all out in this way and expressed emotion to this extent, so once he decided to let his hair down, he went completely ape. So yeah, we got a nice look into Megumi's true potential, and it is quite stunning. He wasn't kidding when he said that he could eventually match Itadori with how much potential he has, because wow. All in all, great episode, fantastic episode, a nice penultimate one to lead into the finale, because this one's the finale of season 1 anyway, before we inevitably get that season 2, which, man, I'm hyped for that. Once season 2 hits, you better believe I'll be ready. But for now, let's just head in for episode 24. Well, that episode was amazing. Definitely one of my favorites so far when it comes to nearly every aspect of that. The animation was kicked up to nearly the max here, some of the best we've seen yet. Really good choreography from that as well, and just some complexity to the bad guys here, because from what we heard about what happened with them, yeah, they have a really messed up past, and you know, I can't necessarily blame them for not siding with humanity, considering what humanity did to them in the first place. I mean, if that was their one brush with humanity, I would think humanity sucks too. I'd side with the other guys any day. But yeah, I felt bad for them, genuinely, because, you know, they were brothers. They were brothers, actually. And then they genuinely felt for each other, you know? And when one of them was on death's door and he cried out for him, he just instinctively released the curse so that he wouldn't just get killed immediately, but then he did end up dying anyway. These dudes may have been monsters, but it was the actions of one really sick, twisted guy that made them that way. Well, I guess everyone's gonna be moving up in the world too, with their new recommendations to be first grade, because of course they belong in first grade here. They each took out a special grade, technically. Technically, Itadori didn't take out one. He assisted, but Kugisaki took out 2 of them. And man, Kugisaki's powers are quite potent. She makes an excellent counter curse attacker, you know? Where if you try to use a curse against her, she can just send it right back at you, and as long as she can tank it, she can survive and defeat them in the process. Honestly, this season ended off on a really high note here, with a more complex fight, because normally with everyone else they faced, you're just rooting against the bad guys, just entirely, completely, but here, I felt a lot more sympathy for them. I mean, this isn't the first time they've had to go up against people, against, monsters that were sympathetic, because this isn't the first time there's been humans who have been turned into cursed monsters, but this is the first time they've been an actual major threat. And there was a lot of humanity in them. Way more humanity than we've seen in other cursed spirits. Like, the other cursed spirits have just been evil, malicious. They want to kill and destroy as many people as possible, and they have seemingly no goodness in them, necessarily. Some of them have shown some good qualities before, like Hanami, and how they care about the earth and all that, but with these guys, it was the most human, in that they cared about each other, and it broke my heart to see them cry out for each other, and actually go out with tears in their eyes. But what will become of their other brother? This other one here, who seems to look the most human out of all of them. He might be the strongest of them. Does he also have blood-based powers as well? I mean, I imagine they're not the same as theirs with the poison effect. He probably has something, maybe even just completely unique. Who knows? But yeah, these last 2 episodes especially have been pure top-tier anime shonen goodness, and I'm excited for what awaits on the horizon for Jujutsu Kaisen, because that's it for now, guys. So, thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed. Subscribe to stay updated on more of whatever else I end up doing around here. Still got Bakemonogatari, got some other commissioned things that are coming up as well. You know, like more Sword Art Online and things like that. So stay tuned for more. Got plenty coming up, but as far as Jujutsu Kaisen is concerned, it was amazing. It was really good. I mean, hats off to the studio when it comes to their animation skills. They just knocked it out of the park when it comes to that. I mean, it is a spectacle to look at. They nailed that element for sure. And with its choreography, and even with its character growth, they did a great job. It has genuinely been a fun series with some nice, unique takes on familiar concepts from other things, you know, such as the power systems in this are a lot like in Hunter x Hunter, for example, but they're twisted around and based more around curses and things like that, and they have their own unique way of executing it that has been quite nice. I'd say this has probably been at least a solid 9 out of 10, probably. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but I can't necessarily gripe about anything at the moment, not really. I can see why everyone was hyping the heck out of this when it came out, because the hype factor is just at peak, man. If you love a good hype shonen, this is the place to be. It accomplishes that pretty much one of the best I've seen. Maybe not the best when it comes to generating its hype. It's been pretty up there, though. But without repeating myself too much, it was great. I can see why everybody loved it and recommended it to me throughout its run. Honestly, I think that's all I need to say, so that's it. Make sure to stay tuned for more. Head down to the Discord server, linked in the description, for updates about what may end up being the new weekend series. Like I said, maybe I'll do a poll to determine that, or maybe I'll just do whatever I want. We'll see. I'm gonna take some time to think that one over. Let me know what you guys think about that. But like I said, that's it. Hope to catch you guys next time, but until then, I will see you guys later.